Very warm welcome to Spectrum News at 4. My name is Xavier Robert, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom. Let's take a look at the headlines. Federal government declares June 12 public holiday. People advised on getting proper rest daily to reduce risk of developing tumor growth in the brain, as World Brain Tumor Day is marked today. Plus, several children injured in mass stabbing in French Alps. We will bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. First in the news this afternoon is a report that the federal government has declared Monday, June 12 as public holiday in commemoration of 2023 Democracy Day celebration. The federal government made this known in a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Oluwatoyin Akinlade. While congratulating Nigerians on the occasion, Akinlade stated that the country's democratic journey has encountered stormy and smooth sails, just like in many other climes, but that the sheep of state, its institutions, and most importantly, the Nigerian people have remained steadfast on the tenets of democratic governance. The statement added that Nigerians and friends of Nigeria are invited to appreciate the progress that has been made, celebrate the milestones covered, and look forward to a better future for the country's democracy. The Permanent Secretary wished Nigeria and Nigerians a happy Democracy Day. Meanwhile, the federal government has inaugurated the Adoption National Sustainability Standards Board, ISSB. The implementation would begin with the general requirements for disclosures of sustainability-related financial information, IFRS S1, and subsequently the climate-related disclosures, IFRS S2. It said both standards are expected to be launched globally on June 26 this year, while implementation would commence on January 1, 2024. Speaking at the inauguration of the working group, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Evelyn Ngige, noted that Nigeria would be that the 10th National Assembly will be inaugurated on Tuesday, June 13. Now, this is according to a statement signed by the clerk to the National Assembly, Sani Tambawal. The statement noted that senators-elect and members-elect of the House of Representatives are to visit the Senate Conference Room 231 and the House of Representatives Conference Room 301, respectively, with copies of their Code of Conduct clearance, certificates of return, and valid identity cards for registration on Monday, June 12 at 10 a.m. Tambawal further added that only senators-elect and members-elect will be given access to the chambers. From the Red Chambers now, where the Senate has passed the bill for the establishment of a police pension board. This followed the recent exit from the contribution pension scheme by the National Assembly workers. According to them, the bill excludes the Nigeria Police Force from the contributory pension scheme and returned the force to the old defined benefit scheme. Meanwhile, industry stakeholders said it will cost the federal government 2 trillion naira pension liabilities to cater to about 300,000 police personnel. They added that the bill would make the federal government to fully fund the pensions for the police, as opposed to the CPS that requires contributions from workers and employees. In the meantime, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, has commended the National Assembly for the passage of Police Pension Board Bill and the Nigeria Police Force College, Training School and Institution Establishment Bill. In a statement by the force spokesperson Olumuyiwa Dejobi, Baba pointed out that the removal of the Nigeria police force from the contributory pension scheme and establishment of MPF pension board is a welcome development and will be resourceful in addressing the plight of police retirees. The IGP described the passage of the two bills as a milestone achievement with positive impact that will redefine the act of policing in the country, stressing that the bill would standardize the training capacity of the force, enhance police productivity, and address recurring pension-related hardship. Now to the Green Chambers, where the House of Representatives has said it considered a total of 2,232 bills in the last 4 years, out of which 2,000 were passed. The chairman of the House Committee on Rules and Business, Abubakar Falata, reeled out statistics showing the performance of the Ninth House at the valedictory session of the chamber. Falata highlighted the bills to include those sponsored by members of the House, bills presented by the executive arm of government, usually through the president, and bills passed by the Senate and transmitted to the House for concurrence. He added that the Ninth Assembly is the most productive of all the assemblies in the history of the National Assembly. Now to Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, who has directed the National Economic Council (NEC), led by Vice President Kashim Shettima, to devise an approach and begin the process of working on interventions to mitigate the impact of subsidy removal on Nigerians. The governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, stated this after leading some major oil marketers on a courtesy visit to the president at the State House. While speaking to newsmen after the meeting, Governor Abiodun, who was a former chairman of the Oil Marketers Association, stated that the marketers expressed solidarity with the president for removing the 4 trillion naira subsidy burden, a move that he said can enhance the Federation Account Allocation Committee FAC allocation to states. The group of marketers who visited the president announced their intention to donate between 50 to 100-seater mass transit buses to help the masses. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has appealed to the All Progressives Congress APC senators-elect to abide by the zoning arrangements as announced by the party's National Working Committee (NWC) ahead of the inauguration of the 10th Senate on Tuesday, June 13. According to a former presidential aspirant, Adamu Garba, Tinubu made the appeal while addressing over 40 APC senators-elect led by Senator Akpabio at the Aso Rock Villa. Garba, in a tweet, said Tinubu asked the senators-elect to toe the lines of the party's zoning arrangement in electing their presiding officers, stressing that it is the right thing to do in support of the renewed hope agenda of his administration. Recall that the APC had last month zoned the position of the President of the Senate in the 10th Assembly to the South-South, with Senator Godswill Akpabio as the preferred candidate and Senator Jubrin Barau from Northwest as preferred candidate for Deputy Senate President. In another development, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and the National Population Commission, NPC, have partnered with the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, for the registration of 12.7 million births in 2023. The partnership will also include the issuance of birth certificates that provide the names and nationality of every child in Nigeria under the age of 5 in 21 states, 456 local government areas, and 4,978 wards across the country. UNICEF Chief of Child Protection, Dr. Ibrahim Sese, stated this while leading a team of officials of the agency and the NPC to sign a memorandum of understanding with the NYSC at the National Directorate headquarters in Abuja. In a statement by the NYSC, Dr. Sese said 800 corps members would be enlisted for the exercise and would work alongside the National Population Commission officials. And back here, as World Brain Tumor Day is celebrated around the globe today with the theme, Protect Yourself, Keep Away from Stress. People have been advised on getting proper rest daily in order to reduce risk of developing tumor growth in the brain. Speaking with Spectrum Television on the significance of the celebration, Public Health Representative to Nigerian Medical Student Association Uko Edet, who described brain tumor as an abnormal growth of cells in the brain or around it, said that brain tumors can be cancerous or non-cancerous. According to him, the specific effects of a brain tumor on the brain can vary widely depending on individual factors and the characteristics of the tumor. He further talked about the types of tumor that can develop in the brain. He identified some common treatments for brain tumor to include surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy. Now to Africa, where the outbreak of Marburg virus disease in Equatorial Guinea has ended today, with no new cases reported over the past 42 days after the last patient was discharged from treatment. Recall that the outbreak, which was declared on February 13, was the first of its kind in Equatorial Guinea. A total of 17 laboratory-confirmed cases and 12 deaths were recorded in 5 districts in 4 of Equatorial Guinea's 8 provinces were affected. Marburg is in the same family as the virus that causes Ebola disease. The Marburg virus is transmitted to people from fruit bats and spreads among humans through direct contact with the bodily fluids of infected people, surfaces, and materials. The World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Matshidiso Moeti, said while outbreak-prone diseases continue to pose a major health threat in Africa, they can bank on the region's growing expertise in health emergency response to act quickly and decisively to safeguard the health and avert widespread loss of life. Still in Africa, UN Under-Secretary General for Peace Operations Jean Lacroix has said that peacekeepers should withdraw from the Democratic Republic of Congo (DRC) as quickly as possible, yet responsibly. Speaking in the capital, Kinshasa, during a visit to the DRC, Lacroix said the Congolese state should step up its response to the armed groups that is reportedly plaguing the east of the country, while noting the frustration the insecurity is causing the peacekeeping mission. According to Lacroix, the public has been concerned by the violence that occurred during recent demonstration, and it is essential to put an end to the crisis. Reports say the UN peacekeeping force in Democratic Republic of Congo, known as MONUSCO, is one of the largest and costliest in the world, with an annual budget of $1 billion, and has been present in the country since 1999. On the foreign scene now, where a man armed with a knife reportedly attacked a group of preschool children, told newsmen that the suspect is a Syrian in his early 30s who was granted refugee status in Sweden in April. Witnesses told newsmen that the culprit attacked the children before the old man and was shouting. Reports say 2 of the children, believed to be aged around 3, and an adult victim were in critical condition and fighting for their lives in hospital, and the man was arrested at the scene. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron called it an attack of absolute cowardice. Still on the foreign scene, where Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has visited the region flooded by the breached Kakhovka Dam today, as Moscow-installed authorities said 5 people had been killed in the disaster. Zelensky said the dam was breached on Tuesday, forcing thousands to flee their homes as water surged into the Dnipro River, flooding dozens of villages and parts of the regional capital Kherson, sparking fears of a humanitarian disaster. Meanwhile, a regional governor, Alexander Prokhodin, noted that Ukraine and Russia have accused each other of causing the breach, which today had left 600 square kilometers underwater. The governor added that despite the danger and heavy Russian shelling, evacuation from the flooded area continues. Still to come in the news. Osimhen nominated for Ghana Football Awards. Do stay with us.
Your attention, please.
Uyo, listen up. Ibom Air is turning 4, and we are turning up. With a first of its kind drive-in cinema featuring our world record breaker Hilda Bassi live in Uyo, Nollywood stars Imeb Bishop, Iniedo, and Chidi Mokeme. Also featuring Kenny Black, Dan Dizzy, Itbaudo, and lots more performances. Side attractions include stunts by bikers and BMW Club. There'll be live painting and graffiti wall. It's a cruise party. Date is Friday, 9th of June 2023. Venue is a car park Tropicana Entertainment Center, Uyo. Time, red carpet and main event 5 p.m. while the movie is 8 p.m. prompt. Proudly supported by Guinness, BMW, Jameson Irish Whiskey, Cold Stone, Tropicana Mall, Ibom Icon Hotel and Golf Resort, Domino's Pizza, DreamWorks Direct, Iwalewa Art Gallery, and many more. This event is strictly by invitation. Stay tuned to this platform and all Ibom Air social media platforms for more information. Ibom Air, flying forward. This event is powered by Clola Media.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but there's an extra advantage if your product and services are pitched on a platform that gives you the added advantage over your competitors. For your desired return on investment and so much more, advertise on Spectrum Television, on StarTimes DTH Channel 421 and on free-to-air with a frequency of 12733. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, in business news, Britain's financial regulator has today tightened rules over the promotion and selling of cryptocurrency as it seeks to protect consumers. The Financial Conduct Authority (FCA) unveiled a package of measures for the industry, which has long faced criticism over lack of oversight and promises of high returns in a volatile marketplace. According to reports, under the new rules, companies promoting crypto products or services in Britain must from October give a clear warning that customers could lose money in high-risk investments. The head of Consumers and Competition at the Financial Conduct Authority, Sheldon Mills, said the rules give people the time and the right risk warnings to make an informed choice. Reacting to the FCA announcement, the director of operations at industry group Cryptalk, Sue Carpenter, said the new rules could prevent fresh entrants. Still in business now, the World Bank has said that high interest rates and the Russian war in Ukraine continue to significantly slow global economic growth. According to its latest forecast, the global economy would slow to 2.1% in 2023, which 0.4 percentage points higher than its estimate released in January. The World Bank's chief economist, Idemit Gill, disclosed that the growth rate is one of the weakest in the past 5 decades. Now in health, Nigeria's former Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, says many people are unaware that constant bleeding, especially during or just after sexual intercourse, can be an early sign of cervical cancer. Adewale, co-founder, African Cancer Coalition, told newsmen in an interview that cervical cancer was preventable and treatable if presented and diagnosed early. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), cervical cancer is still the second most common cancer among women in Nigeria and the 4th most common cancer among women from the 12,000 cases reported in Nigeria. Adewale added that the challenge in Nigeria, just like the challenge in Africa and many developing countries, is that a lot of people are largely unaware of the situation with cervical cancer and come to hospitals when it has reached the advanced stage. Still in health now, the European Commission (EU) says it will support various mental health initiatives across the globe with 1.23 billion euros, an equivalent of $1.32 billion. The president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, in a press release, noted that the Commission is aiming to put mental health at par with physical health by focusing on prevention, access to mental health care, treatment and reintegration after recovery. Speaking in the same vein, the EU Health Commissioner Stella Kyriakides said it will break down stigma and discrimination so that those in need can reach out and receive the support they need. The Health Commissioner added that the move came. Striker Victor Osimhen has been nominated for the Ghana Football Awards. Reports say Osimhen's nomination was announced on the Ghana Football Awards Twitter handle. Meanwhile, the Serie A winner will battle Riyad Mahrez and Mohamed Salah in the Best African International category. Still in sports, Liverpool has completed a £35 million deal to sign midfielder Alexis Alister from Brighton on a 5-year contract. Reports say the fee could rise to £55 million for the Argentina playmaker, who helped Brighton finish 6th in the Premier League last term to qualify for Europe for the first time. The 24-year-old scored 20 goals in 112 appearances for the Seagulls and helped Argentina win the 2022 World Cup. Now in entertainment news, the wife of Sina Rambo, son of Governor Demola Deleke of Osun State, has publicly confirmed her divorce from the singer. The estranged wife made the announcement via her Instagram story and revealed her intention to give away her diamond wedding ring to a couple who is preparing to tie the knot. Court's controversial action has sparked various reactions among Nigerians, with many wondering who would want a wedding ring previously worn by a divorcee. Recall that Sina Rambo and Haiti Court had their court wedding in October 2021, followed by their introduction ceremony in November. The couple shares a daughter together. However, their relationship has been marred by controversies. Meanwhile, Sina Rambo, the spouse of Haiti Court, is yet to make an official statement regarding the matter. Still on entertainment now, former Big Brother Naija housemate Natasha Akide, popularly known as Tacha, simply Tacha, has unveiled a new radio show in Lagos. Tacha is set to start the show on radio as an on-air personality. The show, called The Big Friday Show, will be aired on Cool 96.9 FM Lagos. An excited Tacha took to Twitter and Instagram to share the news with her fans, urging them to listen to her from 7 through 9 p.m. on Fridays. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 4. My name is Xavier Robert, wishing you a terrific day. Bye-bye.